Hey everyone, what is up? Welcome back to Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel. Don't have a ton to say, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. As always, I'm excited to play again. Probably should have recorded a little sooner, but it is what it is at this point. Not like I can go back and change it. On to the interlude that I paused at. Alright, so we're at the Ryuudou Temple. Ugh, man. I really wanted to get through this, but I didn't want to start some really long section. And when the last video was already getting pretty long. A high-pitched sound rings out. The brilliant moonlight glints off the drawn sword as it clatters to the stairs. Blood is on his lips. The man on his knees on the stone steps bids his longsword goodbye as it falls away. That assassin getting wrecked? I mean, just grunting, so it's hard to tell. And I'm gonna guess this is Assassin. His arms are the next to fall. Wet with blood, the elegantly patterned fabric of his battle coat looks like a giant red flower.
Nanto, yomoya, dakatsu makatsu no tagui to wa.
In steep contrast to his bloody body, his lips are white. Neither breath nor blood passes his throat now. Saki Kojiro's internal organs no longer serve their original purpose. The mountain gate is quiet. The servant that guarded the place, the shadow that appeared, neither of them move. The battle has already ended. Assassin was defeated by someone who came up the stone steps. He had no time to identify the intruder as an enemy, let alone cross swords. This someone was on a different level to begin with. Assassin's body bursts open. That was a horrifying sound. Torn, mutilated, and weaponless, he cannot even take his own life. The shadow approaches. It strokes Assassin's cheek with a scornful, cherishing gesture. Oh my god. A deformed, spider-like hand comes out of his stomach. His bones crack. His flesh rips apart. Feels as if his organs are turning into someone else's. Assassin suppresses the regurgitating blood. The swordsman swallows it and smiles with his pale lips.
Yokaro, suki ni suru ga ii. Shosen wa waga hara yori haiteru mono. Roku na shone de wa nakarou yo.
What the heck is this? He smiles, even though he is denied an honorable death. If one talks about a grand spectacle, his smile is grander than the spawning of this abomination. What is this? What am I witnessing? And thus, it is summoned. Taking the false servant's flesh as its own, the true assassin enters our world. What? His first cries sound like those of an insect. Excuse me, what the heck is going on? The black insect that crawled from the swordsman's stomach devours the body that was his own nursery. He giggles while tearing the flesh apart. He laughs while crunching on the bones. Every time he does so, the insect becomes more like a man, and the empty brain acquires human wisdom. And after a while, he has finished sipping every last bit of the blood and blesses the birth of his own self, the assassin. The only ones to witness are the chorus of insects and the shining moonlight. The high-pitched birth cry melts into the darkness. An ominous moon. A white skull laughs under the black-burned sky. What the heck was that interlude? So, the assassin we know just got killed by a shadowy figure that appeared out of nowhere. And they birthed a new assassin out of his flesh. That was horrifying. That is disgusting. Goodness. Yikes, poor assassin. That dude just got destroyed. Literally. Yikes. Wow. Okay. I can't say I expected that. So, I guess we're gonna get to see who the new assassin is soon, most likely, right? We run up the stone steps. Saber's already armed. We're both straining our nerves in preparation for an enemy attack. The steps are long, and the wind is warm, even though we're near the mountaintop. Oh, I wanted to say something. I couldn't remember what it was. If I had to take one guess as to who that shadowy figure is, I'm gonna guess it's Mata Zoken. Just like I don't really know who else it could be. And given that he's like a brand new character who clearly seems to have the ability to like kind of show up out of nowhere like that and leave, I'd bet it's him. It really doesn't feel like a stretch at all. Just something I'm thinking. We're straining our nerves in preparation for an enemy attack. The steps are long, and the wind is warm even though we're near the mountaintop. According to Saber, this mountain has a boundary field that repels servants. Servants will lose most of their power and magical energy if they enter the mountain from anywhere other than the front gate. Therefore, the only way we can enter is through the front gate, but...
てっきり待ち伏せてると思ったんだが、サーバントの気配しないよな、セイバー。
ありません。この石段には私以外のサーバントは。
Saber suddenly stops and looks down.
セイバー、なんかあったのか？
いいえ、私の気のせいでしょう。刀らしきものが見えた気がしましたが、そのようなものはどこにもない。
I'm willing to bet you did see a katana.
この山門に守り手はいません。境内に向かいましょう。
Man, y'all better be careful. Saber starts running again. I tilt my head in wonder, but hurry to keep up with her. Something's about to happen. I'm worried. The compound is dead silent. The wind is strong. All around is thick darkness. Despite the moon overhead, the terrible darkness remains. I look up. The moon is there, of course. Its rays shine down on the compound, but the area is still shrouded in darkness.
セイバ
ー。ええ、様子がおかしい。ここまで踏み込んで反応がないなどありえません。それに、これは静かすぎる。
Yeah, no kidding.
中を調べよう。竜道寺は50人近い大所帯なんだ。こんなに静かなんてことがあるもんか。
We head for the temple. There's no one around. After confirming that the compound is empty, we go inside. Whoa. Are we just gonna pretend we didn't see that? Hello? Everyone in the temple is sleeping. They do not even twitch. They don't react even when we touch them. All the monks, without exception, are weakened. No matter how hard we try to rouse them, they just lie there, breathing peacefully as if enjoying a dream. Of course, my classmate is among them. Ryuudou Issei is sleeping peacefully as well. We quickly move across the wooden hallway. It's because Saber felt a presence. Saber pointed toward the main temple building. The master responsible for this disaster is there. Oh man, yeah, this is where we saw Caster. Like, in one of her flashbacks, so... Have we ever been this far into the Ryuudou Temple ourselves? I don't think so. We step into the shrine. The first thing we see is the red blood spreading on the floor. Oh, that's great. The center of the temple is wet with blood. There's a man lying there as well. His chest must be pierced, as the man is dyeing the floor red. The wound is fatal, and the man has lost enough blood to die. He's already dead. I know this man, and it seemed he was a master to the one standing beside his body. I assume that was, the teacher, whose name I forgot again. Oh, Lord. The servant is looking down at her master with a mysterious dagger in hand. Oh man, Caster killed him? Oh no. Pain lances through my head, accompanied by a sense of apprehension. It's not that I'm scared of this scene. That dagger is ominous. It seems Saber does not feel anything, but I can tell that the dagger has dreadful power. That is very
Caster!
You're right on that one. Saber readies herself. The servant in a purple robe, Caster, does not answer. I don't know if Saber took it as an opening or as an insult. but she tries to charge.
ダメだ待てセイバー
シロ、なぜ止めるのです。今置いてキャスターを撃つ機会は。
そうじゃない。あの担当には触れるな。あれは魔術破りだ。もしかするとマスターとサーバントの契約だって立つかもしれない。
How do you just know that? I mean, you're right, but how do you just know that?
では、キャスターは自らのマスターを。
I don't know if she did, but I'm sure the dagger she's holding has unearthly power.
キャスター、貴様、主に手をかけたな。
Saber rushes in with an angry roar. Caster turns around. With her vigor gone, she looks more like a ghost than a heroic spirit. Man, you better be careful, Saber. Sword flashes through the air, slices the robe, but Caster manages to jump back.
セイバー、そう、とどめを刺しに来たというわけね。誰の筋書きだか知らないけど、周到なこと。
I don't know what's going on here, because, I mean, based on what Caster's saying here, it's clearly not as simple as it looks. We didn't just kind of stumble onto a murder here. And obviously we saw that interlude, so...
黙れ。主を裏切った者の言葉など聞きたくもない。自らの行いを恥じ、ここで裁かれるがいい。
私がマスターを殺した。
Right, that's his name.
宗一郎様を私が。それは愉快ね。ええ、こんなことになるのなら本当にそうしてしまえばよかった。
She starts laughing maniacally. The black-robed magus puts her dagger away and points at Saber.
目障りよセイバー。主もろとも消え去りなさい。
Saber does not even need to answer. She raises her sword without hesitation. Man, you better not mess this up, that's all I'm saying. Oh. Oh, I don't think she did. Caster disappears. Yeah, she didn't mess that up. We're not repeating Unlimited Blade Works, I guess. The battle between the two could not be called a battle. Caster's magic was supreme, but it did no good against Saber, who has high magic resistance. Saber nullified every magic Caster used and killed her in one blow.
キャスターは倒しました。マスター、指示を。
I see that. What the heck? We've already annihilated Ryder and Caster? Are you serious? What is going on in this route? Is this the Shiro and Saber is now hilariously OP route? I mean, they were already really strong together, but it's like just off the start now, like they have that chemistry, and Shiro's like willing to be aggressive, and they're just annihilating everything in their path. What the heck?
ああ、そうだな。これ以上ここにいても何もできない。病院の前に琴峰に連絡して後を任そう。昏睡してる人たちはそれで助けられるはずだ。
Y'all doing a really good job of keeping Kotomine in in the loop here. Obviously they don't know that he's a master, but Kotomine's not even doing anything, and he's just getting the information about which masters are dying. We can't save the corpse in front of us. Caster's disappeared, leaving only her master's corpse at our feet. His death will likely be kept a secret. Nobody will know what happened to him, and he will disappear from everyone's memory.
シロ。
わかってる。マスターはあと4人もいるんだ。立ち止まっている余裕はない。
No, actually, that was one of them. So, it's actually went down to 3?
賢明です。気持ちはわかりますが、干渉は押しとどめてください。
Actually, Assassin looks like... I mean, we know Assassin got, reborn. So is it safe to assume that... It's probably safe to assume that somebody else took Assassin as a servant, like the new one. Which means Caster wasn't actually a master, most likely, anymore. Saber turns and starts to walk. Engraving the sight of the corpse into my mind, I follow. Oh, what's this? Wait. What's that?
シロ、どうしたのです？
いや、今、なんか視線を感じたっていうか、誰かに見られてる気がしたっていうか。セイバーは感じなかったか？
Shiro has like very effective like awareness right now, it seems. Or he just knows things.
いいえ、何も感じませんでした。この周囲に人がいないことは確認したはずです。シロの気のせいではないですか？
It's not. You might need to take this a little more serious.
そうかな。
Well, okay. That's a bad way to put it.
セイバーがそう言うなら間違いないか。きっと俺の勘違いだ。
Obviously, Saber's taking this extremely serious. She just... I don't know. It feels like they saw the katana earlier. Maybe you should kind of suspect that something's going on here. And that there's, like, somebody else here. I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to lead to something bad. I hope not. It is cold in my room. I thought I'd be able to go without a hoodie. I could not.
では急ぎましょう。キャスターが倒れた今、昏睡していた人々も目を覚まします。私たちの姿を見られては面倒だ。
Guess let's dip, but I'm very worried about the new assassin. Like, I feel like we're gonna get jumped. She's right. Tonight will leave a bad taste in my mouth, but it should put an end to the mysterious coma incidents. That should be good enough for tonight.
わかった。すぐに山を降りて琴峰に連絡。あとは家に戻って今夜は休もう。
Saber nods in satisfaction and leaves the temple. I follow after Saber, even though it's really hard for me to leave this place. Man who used to be a master lies silently in this holy place. Okay. Another interlude, so we didn't necessarily safely leave. Yeah, I guess we got the details on Caster, but they won't be very relevant in this route, it would seem. The lead actor is left, so we were being watched. The only ones remaining on the stage are silent corpses. And something is devouring the corpses. Oh no! No bodies remain. The wooden floor turns into a bottomless swamp, swallowing up the man's flesh and spilled blood. It consumes not only the man, but the one who obeyed him. The soul that was Servant Caster is swallowed into the darkness. Oh no. Is this thing like absorbing other servants? Are you serious? Oh no. What is this? It is not a legitimate flow. The defeated servants are to be consumed by the Holy Grail. If anyone interferes with this balance, it will only bring his own death and destruction. It cries silently. It writhes in pain, sobs, exposes itself, and finally consumes the first one. It walks on. Lacking a voice, it expresses its pain with the whole of its body. There are no words nor emotion. It never had those functions in the first place. This is horrifying. What is this? But it still grieves, as if it has become aware of its existence for the first time. What is that thing? What is the new assassin? I'm so confused, man. Sheesh. It's already after 2 in the morning. Despite my daily training, running to the Ryuudou Temple and back is still tiring.
そうだ。セイバー、先に部屋に戻っていてくれ。
どこに行くのです、シロ。今夜はもう休むのではないのですか？
ちょっとな。すぐに戻るから心配すんな。俺だって疲れてるし、早く休みたい。
Where the heck are we going?
なるほど。さくらの容体が気になるのですね。
Okay, that obviously seems like the most likely answer.
水を変えないとまずいだろ。セイバーこそちゃんと隣の部屋で寝てくれよ。襖も閉めて、ちゃんとしてないとダメなんだからな。
ああ、そうでしたね。同室でないのは不都合ですが、 シローが強情を張るのではやむを得ません。言われた通り、隣の部屋で待機しましょう。
I just find this sprite to be hilarious, man. Saber looks discontented. You're stubborn as well. Battle of the stubborn. I returned to my room, filled with self-hatred.
午前3時。1時間も何やってたんだ。
Dang, a full hour? What were you doing? I let out a heavy sigh. There's only one simple explanation. Sakura looked like she wasn't sleeping well, so I took time adjusting her blanket and bringing her fresh water. Such simple tasks were really painful and difficult for me.
目隠しでもあればよかった。
Oh lord. I would have solved everything. Well, I had my eyes closed anyway, but a blindfold would have prevented me from giving in to temptation and opening them.
寝る。
This dude is obsessed.
こんな時はあれだ。寝ちまうに限る。
Understandable. I cover my head in the futon and drive all worldly thoughts out of my head. I close my eyes and clear my head. See? I'm physically exhausted anyway, so it should be easy for me to fall asleep. Oh lord. What is going on here? Red. The town at evening is completely red, as though painted with a certain something. Like a bench with a paper sign attached. Everywhere I take a step, and everything that touches my hand makes a sticky sound. I walk down the asphalt road. When I lift my head, I see that the buildings are dyed a uniform scarlet. The walls look like giant nails coming out of the sky and piercing the earth. The red sun seems to be peering down on me from the sky, as if to tell me there's no escape. I'm walking alone. Shinto is utterly silent. Either everyone is holding their breath and hiding, or there was no one here to begin with. But it hurts. This redness, intense enough that it's an assault on the eyes, is making me dizzy. The town is too empty. Maybe there was some kind of evacuation notice and I was the only one who didn't get it. The thought lets me accept the redness. I should go home. Is waiting. Isn't that Tosaka? I was gonna say, I wasn't Sakura. Even from a distance, I can tell. Hey, Tosaka. She ignores me. She walks on, fluttering her hair, which is long enough to touch the ground. She's wearing her uniform, so she must be going to school. I run after her. Tosaka doesn't notice. The distance between us doesn't close at all. She's walking and I'm running, but she's gradually getting farther away. By the way, Tosaka must be walking with an extremely long stride. No, she isn't. I'm running fast enough to make me short of breath, but Tosaka is still faster. Her long hair disappears into the school, like a fluttering butterfly. By the way, there's nobody in the school either. Empty, empty. It's as if the red scenery has been skillfully crafted from sugar. If the red sunlight became strong enough, it would all fuse into a formless mass. By the way, I hear a woman's laughter. It has a charming quality, like two young girls frolicking together. An image rises in my mind of two beautiful sisters, alike as twins. I open the door and enter the classroom. By the way, I wonder why I chased her here for no reason. Huh. Okay. I feel no surprise, nor any unpleasant feeling. The two of them are embracing like lovers, making me doubt the issue of gender. In this red scenery, I think they even seem more correct this way. There's one thing that worries me. The fact that Mitsuzuri's arms are as limp as those of a corpse. That is worrying. I was wrong. She isn't embracing her. She's feeding on her. praying mantis is devouring a white butterfly. I'm drawn in, unsteady on my feet. Mitsuzuri looks like a wax figure. Her life is being stolen away by the second. Tosaka's smiling with a lazy look in her eyes. She brings her face close to Mitsuzuri's neck. Mitsuzuri does not resist, her pale throat exposed to Tosaka. Tosaka's lips, no, her teeth. The wax figure's chest twitches. Though I run to save her, it's as slow as moving through water. I can't make it in time. I can only watch as Tosaka gulps down and Mitsuzuri crumbles to the floor. She licks her fingers. The sight of her tongue coiling about her fingers is bewitching. It's far too alluring. The heavy atmosphere around Tosaka envelops and submerges me. Tosaka is still licking her fingers. The wet sound flows into my ears.
よかった。来てくれたのね、エミヤ君。
Her voice is thick and filled with desire. I feel so dizzy, it's as if I'm inside a kaleidoscope. My thoughts are as paralyzed as my limbs. Ah, by the way, my body had lost its freedom long before.
どうしたの？私のことが怖い？エミヤ君。
I can neither affirm nor deny it. The woman with the bewitching smile is too attractive to resist, and frightening as if she's about to capture and kill me. A fly being played with by an orb weaver. There's no chance of escape or of opposition.
美味しかったわ、綾子は。
With that, she confirms that the secret really was a feeding. But still,
だって、
whoops.
あなたを待つ間我慢できなかったんだもの。
But still, why Mitsuzuri? Couldn't endure waiting for Emiya, oh lord. Her smile is filled with joy. Tosaka reaches out. For some reason, I imagine her slender arms coiling many times around my body. Tosaka's sweet scent envelops me, extending her control even to my lungs.
次はあなたの番よ。
Tosaka's limbs are wrapped around me. Her soft, womanly body drowns out the flickering warnings in my mind. I feel as though I'll crumble in her embrace. Her face is close enough to kiss. Her moist eyes are filled with an unsteady desire. Her breathing is deep enough to suffocate me.
今度はエミヤ君を食べてあげる。
Tosaka's lips touch me, at the nape of my neck. They're warm and wet. The soft sensation creeping along my neck makes my consciousness dissolve like candy. Sharp fangs pierce my skin. Tosaka is biting into me. Just like with Mitsuzuri, her fangs in my neck. It doesn't hurt. They say when a spider consumes its prey, it begins by anesthetizing? I don't actually know how you say that. You know what I mean, anesthesia. This anesthesia sends me into an even deeper trance. The sensation of her lips on my skin feels so good, as if I might melt away. The nape of my neck is softly dissolving. With every mouthful Tosaka drinks, my body turns steadily into sugar. She sucks out everything that is inside me. To replace it, she pours in a nectar that melts my body. It seeps softly into my bones, my muscles, my skin. My throat is already dissolved, leaving me unable to even moan. Everything below my neck is steadily dissolving, and the impossible feeling is deceiving my senses. Tosaka sticks fast to my neck, drinking as her shoulders tremble, as if she's truly happy to be sucking my blood. My dizziness causes my vision to blur and duplicate. I suddenly realize my breathing has stopped, and my blood has been drained away so it doesn't circulate my body. And instead, the sweet, strong liquid from Tosaka soaks my whole body.
おいしい。
What the heck is going on? While still being eaten, I hear a voice that I should not hear. My brain goes numb, melted by the voice.
暑いわね、エミヤ君。
Tosaka whispers as she drains me of blood. It's as though there's a pump inside me. The pleasant feeling melts me instead, and my bones are gone.
新鮮な血。息がよくって ピチピチして。
This is the limit. What's gone is gone. My veins are dry, and it should be impossible to wring out another drop.
もっとまだ足りない。
She keeps drinking. There shouldn't be anything left to suck out, but Tosaka continues to gulp down. It's as if she's converting my very life into blood. I see. In that case, this won't end so easily. Drinking endlessly. In the red classroom, she persistently sucks for me. My figure is melting away completely, being sucked into nothingness by her.
素敵よ、エミヤくん。あなたならこのまま全部もらってあげる。
A woman's voice reverberates in my mind. As the voice whispers, I'm drying up and withering away in red. What the heck did I just witness? I genuinely have, like, no clue what to make of that scene. I'm trying to come up with, like, some interpretation of it. And I genuinely have no clue what to say right now. Like, I saw what happened, but I have no clue what Shiro being in a dream where everyone was gone and all he saw was red, and then seeing and following Tosaka and then watching her suck out Mitsuzuri's blood and then his. Like, I feel like there's got to be some kind of meaning to that, right? And I just don't understand what it is. Maybe I'll have something by the end of the episode. Who knows? Okay, so I had a bit of suspicion that was an H scene, and I went back and reviewed it, and I was right. Just want to make it clear, I don't necessarily have something against viewing them. When I notice they're there, it's just a lot easier for me to not do that for YouTube, I guess. And I mean, it's not like it was particularly well written anyways, so it is what it is. But it seems like the point of that scene was just Shiro had a dream where Tosaka was draining the life out of him, essentially. In both versions. So I guess at the very least, watching the other one made me realize what the heck was going on. I mean, it was obvious that's what was happening, but it seems maybe there isn't much beyond that. I don't know. Maybe it says something about how he sees Tosaka right now. But I don't know. Let's just move on. Probably makes sense eventually. It's hot. Why did it happen? I went to bed, closed my eyes, and said goodnight, when in the next instant, my world turned red. It's hot. My mom woke me up before the loud noises did. It was bright, even though it was nighttime. My dad held me as he ran through the burning hallway. It's painful. I heard my mom's voice behind us. My dad told me I should be fine by myself. He patted my head and told me to wait here. I nodded and did as I was told. It hurts. It wasn't much different outside. My eyes were hurting because everything was red. That's why I closed them and ran. I wanted to go to a place that wasn't hot. When I looked back, my house was no longer there. I probably got punished because I didn't do as I was told to do. My eyes hurt. Cried as I walked. I had to go back to my house and wait. But as I didn't know where my house was anymore, I raised my head, which I'd kept hidden with my hands until now, and I finally confronted the scene. The town was burning far away. The fire that cannot be put out was an event that cannot be redone. It happened 10 years ago. fire was far away, not in the sense of distance, but in the sense of time. My skin was hurting. My throat hurt when I breathed in. My skin creaked by staying alive. I moved my legs waiting to escape, but something heavy and tangled around my legs like shackles. I knew that it's the presence of death waiting to take me, wanting to take me. But it sure was hot. My nails tearing my throat were discolored. The air I breathed in stung my burned esophagus. My eyes abandoned their function, and my brain was being steamed inside my skull. Yikes, that's a very vivid description. It's hot. It's hot, 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 it's hot. That's all of them. What was that? Is that just like something he saw because of the heat? I remember now. This place was hot. Really hot. But it was cold. Dreadfully cold. It passed the boiling point to reach the freezing point. The burning blood froze up, and everything in my view was inverted. Everything was hot. That's why it was cold. And still, it was ridiculously hot. But what was the cause of it? Now, what is that? A black sun was in the sky. I didn't find it strange that the sun was up during the night, or that the sun was black. After all, everything was inverted. So such things should have been normal. But I ran away. I got scared and ran away. I wasn't afraid of the raging fires. Compared to that black shadow, burning up and dying seemed like a human death. That's why I ran away. I knew I'd be taken someplace even worse if that thing caught me. Is that the Grail? Seems likely. That image of that screaming face is always what we see when we see the horrors of the Grail. Like the mud. I blankly stared at the sky. I found out that it was going to rain soon, and my outstretched hand slowly fell to the ground. Where's Shiro, man? I slowly opened my eyes. I look around my room, my mind still asleep. That it was. I sigh with relief in my futon. How many years has it been since I sighed with relief after seeing a nightmare?
けど、はっきりとした夢だったな。
My temples feel hot. I used to have this nightmare all the time. It all happened 10 years ago. Back then, my memories of the event were still terribly vivid, and I would wander through the fire every time I fell asleep. I thought I would never be able to forget about that day. That sky, the smell of the burning air, the surrounding wall of fire. Everything was real again once I fell asleep. It doesn't change even now. But the vividness should change. Wounds heal and memories fade. For the past few years, all I saw when I had that dream was a field of red. What did my dreams contain as far as the smell of the burning air? It's a good question. And what was that? I don't remember such a thing. Nor do I recognize it? No, first of all, I did not see such a thing. I feel sick to my stomach. I get dizzy when I try to think about it. The breaker in my body trips, telling me not to think about it.
起きよう。顔洗ってすっきりしないと。
I feel like it probably is something that he saw then, right? And had just completely forgotten about. My body is sweaty, probably because of the dream. My pajamas are damp with my sweat, and my head feels light. My arms feel heavy. I realize that I don't even have the strength to get up.
どうなったんだ、これ。
Damn, Damn, even talking takes effort. When I place my hand on my forehead, I realize that it's hot.
もしかして風邪ひいたのか、俺。
I'm surprised. This is the first time I've caught a cold. I've had bruises pretty often, but I've never caught a cold.
だからあんな夢を見たのかな。体が熱いから夢の中も熱かったんだ。
Seems like a valid explanation. Oh, that makes sense. My head is blank, so it's natural for me to dream such a... Yeah, we're back to that, I guess. Wait. What am I just lying around for?
なんでどうしてどのように
I jump up. I check inside my futon. This isn't the time to be worrying about little things like being sick. If it happened, I have to go take a bath, bleach, and dry the evidence, or I'll hinder my future ability to have a say in anything. Oh no. What the heck, man? Oh lord. To put it simply, the value of the Emiya Shiro stock in this house will plummet. Stocks going down.
って別にそういうことはないようです。
Good. I'm covered in sweat. There's nothing else wrong with my body.
夢だよな。そうだ。だってあんなの夢だし。
Don't worry, you still have all your blood. I didn't go to school in my sleep, and nothing weird happened with Tosaka. It had to be a dream. I have my pajamas on, and Saber was sleeping in the room next to mine.
そうだよな。俺が出歩いてたらセイバーが気づかないはずがない。
Yeah, I'd assume as much. I sigh with relief. The strength floods out of me, and I fall back to the futon.
シロ、どうしました？今音がしたようですが。
I hear Saber's voice from the other side of the door. See? It's all it takes to alert Saber. So it had to be a dream. It's a dream. It's so a dream. I'll never be able to look at Tosaka in the eye again if it's not.
シロ、
What the heck was that? I mean, obviously it was a dream. It's just like, was there an actual reason for it, or is it just, I don't know, to show his development as a person? I guess I don't know.
いや、おはようセイバー。
どうしたのですシロ。横になったまま挨拶をするなどあなたらしくもない。
Fair.
いや、ちょっと不測の事態が起きて。
Saber tilts her head in wonder. Well, it's great that the whole event was just a dream, but the troubles keep coming. My body feels heavy, and I can't stand up. How will I make breakfast? Excellent question.
37度6分。シローが風邪ひくなんて珍しいわね。
Imagine you're in the middle of this war, and you catch a cold, and you're out of commission. Good lord. She gives me her diagnosis after looking at the medical thermometer. Jeez, man. Well, that's about what I expected. I didn't know a cold could make your body feel so heavy.
それで痛いとこは他にある？喉が痛いとか頭痛いとか。
いや、別にそういうのはないよ。体が重くて熱っぽいだけなんだけど。おかしいか？
痛いところがないんならその方がいいかな。
Yeah?
あ、けどシローは我慢しちゃう子だから気づいてないだけかもしれないか。念のため他の薬も用意しとく。
Yeah, that's a good read. Fujini takes out some cold medicine and cough drops from the first aid kit. She's good at treating wounds, but I guess she's not used to treating sick people.
サンキュー、藤ね。それとごめん。朝飯作れそうにない。
バカなこと言ってないの。シローと朝ごはん、どっちが大切だと思ってんのよ。セイバーちゃんが呼んでくれたからよかったものの、いつも通りご飯作ってたら本当に雷落としたんだから。
Fair? He totally would have. She really is mad. And she's right. That should have been obvious.
それと、ご飯なら心配いらないからね。さくらちゃんがおかゆ作ってくれたから、お腹が減ったら食べなさい。
さくらがおかゆ？
That must mean she's feeling better.
さくら、体の方はいいのか？俺より辛そうだったじゃないか。
I guess we caught whatever she had.
はい、ちゃんと熱は引きましたから心配はいりません。夜も怖くなかったし、ぐっすり眠れちゃいました。
これも先輩が見てくれたおかげです。
Oh lord. Fujini, cool it. Cool it. Stop looking at us like that. That's good to know. I thought she would take longer to get over the cold, but I'm glad she recovered in one night.
そっか、忘れてた。昨日はさくらちゃんが風邪ひいてたんだっけ。
そうだけど、なんだよ。その顔、すごくよこしまな感じがするんでやめてくれ。
もしかしてシロ、さくらちゃんの風邪がうつるような真似しちゃったの？
Fujini, you need to cool it.
はあ？さくらの風がうつるってどうしてさ？
あれ？わからない？さくらちゃんの熱は下がってるんでしょ？ならシロがなんかしたんじゃないの？昔から風邪は人にうつすと治るって言うし。
Fujini, what is wrong with you? Oh goodness. I look at Sakura in confusion. Oh goodness. Sakura was struggling there for a second. And I finally understand what Fujini is talking about.
バカかあんた。昨日は熱上がって薬出しただけだ。冗談でもそういうの気にしない。止まってくれたさくらに失礼じゃんか。
I can tell that my face is getting red. My temperature shoots up another degree.
なんてね。わかってるわよ、そんなの。シロにはそんな解消ないもんね。
Of all the ways to say that, I know you're not man enough for that, bro. What? You're greasy.
それはそれでムカつくけど、誤解が解けたんだ。それでいい。
よしよし。それじゃ欠席届は出しとくから、今日はゆっくり休んでること。セバちゃん、シロをよろしくね。この子ほっとくと何でもしちゃうから、布団に縛り付けておいて。
Honestly, not a bad plan.
元よりそのつもりです。シロが起き出さぬよう監視をし、食事を与えればいいのですね。
うわ、なんか物騒な言い回しだけど間違ってないからいっか。セーバーちゃん、その通りにお願い。
Yeah, that is a scary way to put it, Fujini. Saber nods silently. She looks so serious about this. She's like, you're not going anywhere. Is it just me, or did I feel a chill run up my spine?
じゃあセーバーちゃんの言うことちゃんと聞いて、私たちが帰ってくるまでおとなしくしてるのよ。夕ご飯は精のつくもの買ってきてあげるから、それまでに体を治しておくこと。
Fujini smiles at me while making unreasonable demands. I notice Sakura behind her, looking like she wants to say something. Guess she didn't
行
say
って
it.
きます。お土産期待しててね。
Souvenir. Fujini waves goodbye and leaves. This is such a terrible time to get sick, man. They were annihilating people. Once I've seen her off, I return to my futon. I only walked out. Oh, excuse me. Goodness, man. Why am I yawning so much? It's 5 p.m. I only walked out to the porch, but by the time I get back, I'm so tired that I practically collapse into bed. I don't have a bad cold, but my body is dead tired. I should sleep and get my energy back, or else I won't be able to do anything. Then, oh, hi. Even though it's past 7:30, Sakura comes to my room.
さくら、どうした？もう7時半だぞ。そろそろ登校しないと間に合わないんじゃないか。
Sakura looks down awkwardly. When I realize she has the same expression as before.
先輩、私ここに残っちゃいけませんか？
Bold offer? She raises her head and asks me a question. Staying here means she's not going to school, right?
もしかしてさくらもまだ熱があるのか？
You are so oblivious.
いえ、熱はもう引いてます。ただ、
Sakura's words trail off. She does look a bit pale, and it seems impossible that she could recover in only one night.
そっか、さくらも風邪気味だったもんな。けど大丈夫か？欠席届とか出さないで。
ズルしちゃおうかなって。
Dang, okay, Sakura. Don't think I would have ever expected that. Rebellious. She's going to be skipping school?
なんでさ、さくらは風邪ひいてるんだから別にずる休みってわけじゃないだろう。
Yeah.
熱があるなら部屋で寝てないといけないんだから。
I don't think that's the problem here, Shiro.
ですから私の体はいいんです。
I think she wants to be the one to watch you. And you just have not picked up on that yet. Sakura hangs her head even more. I don't get it. What does Sakura want to tell me?
そのですね、先輩が風邪をひいたのって私のせいだと思うんです。
なんだ、藤姉のたわごとを真に受けてんのか？大丈夫、そんなことはないって。俺、最近は夜になると散歩しててさ、それで
それでもいいんです。私は元気で、昨日のお礼というか先輩の看病がしたいのでズルしちゃいたいんです。
There it is, the real reason. She's so tense that she might shatter if I poke her. I guess Sakura feels responsible for my cold. To be honest, it's relieving to have Sakura here. Saber has to sleep, so it'll be a big help if she can prepare my medicine and stuff.
先輩。
それじゃあ頼む、さくら。
そうですよね。先輩にはセイバーさんがいるし、私が残っても何も。
Unlucky.
先輩。
She's like, wait, what? You said yeah?
だから看病を頼むよ、さくら。
私ですよね。
No, we're talking to the other person in this room.
そうだよ。セイバーも時差ボケでさ、昼間は眠ってるんだ。情けないんだが、さくらが昼飯とか作ってくれると助かる。
Man, she was so sure she was gonna get rejected. Poor Sakura.
私、精一杯頑張りますね、先輩。
Her tension gone, Sakura replies with a smile. Yeah. A smile like this suits Sakura. That's what I was gonna say, man. It's nice to see her smiling like that. It's always nice. It's 11 a.m. now. After eating the rice porridge Sakura made, I feel much better. My body doesn't feel heavy anymore. I have no trouble moving, so I should be able to go to school if I feel like it. But as soon as I try to get up, suspecting that my illness was simply caused by malnutrition.
ダメです。先輩、熱が下がるまで絶対安静ですからね。
Yeah, don't even think about it, dude. Come on. Not happening. They're not gonna let you go anywhere. Sakura comes to check up on me. So, I'm still resting because Sakura is dead set on looking after me, and to be honest, I'm still feeling a bit sluggish. After bringing me the rice porridge, Sakura left the room, saying that she had something to do. Saber is resting in the living room right now. She was keeping watch in this room, but I had her move to the living room so that I could have a little peace of mind. She objected, but then relented when I told her it'd only be for today.
失礼します。お体の調子はどうですか、先輩。
おかげさまで良くなってるよ。体のだるさはまだあるけど、熱はもう下がってる。
Man, for real? He was speedrunning that cold, huh?
よかった。それじゃあもうお薬はいりませんね。あとは美味しいものを食べてゆっくり休んでいれば安心です。
I wish my colds went away that fast. What? Or my fevers. Man, I get a cold and I get a fever. I'm out of commission for days, bro. Days. Sakura goes into the next room and brings in a new futon.
さくら、何してんだ？
Oh lord.
何って新しいお布団ですよ。先輩はずっと汗をかいてたんですから、そろそろ変えないといけないかなって。
Okay, I thought she was gonna do something way more bold than that. She lays the futon next to me in a skillful manner. Doesn't stir up any dust, to my surprise.
はい、用意できました。どうぞ先輩、こちらに移ってください。あ、その前に着替えですね。私はお布団 干してきますから、新しい寝巻きに着替えておいてください。
Sakura prepares new pajamas for me in a flash. She's perfect. It's not just that she's good at this or that she's attentive.
遺伝子だ。きっと遺伝子にそういうスキルが備わってるんだ。
So what she was made to do. That's Shiro.
先輩、何か言いました？
言った。不謹慎だけど、さくらが休んでくれてよかったって。正直、さくらのことを見直しちまった。
当然ですよ。もうじき1年半ですからね。先輩のお家のことはちゃんと分かっているんです。
Sakura puffs with pride. Yeah, I was gonna say, she does look really happy about that. Her confident expression makes me smile.
そっか。じゃ、布団は任せた。ここは行為に甘えて、病人らしく言うこと聞いてる。
はい、任せてください。布団を干し終わったらリンゴ剥いてきますから、期待して待っていてくださいね。
Dang, I wish people took care of me like this when I was sick. When I get sick, it's like, go make your own ramen. Lay in bed all day. It's tough. Shiro's out here living a life of luxury while he's sick. Carrying the futon I've been laying on, Sakura goes out into the hallway.
うわ、一気に全部持っていったな、さくら。
Do I have like a fundamental misunderstanding of what a futon is? How would you carry that in multiple? Let me check this. Hold on. Japanese futon. Yeah, it's pretty much just a mattress. Is she gonna like rip it in half? Like, I mean, I'm probably missing something, but I don't know how you take one in more than one load. Her enthusiasm surprises me, and I pick up the new pajamas. Well, I should towel myself off, change, and wait in the futon until Sakura comes back. How much time passed? Sakura brought me some apples as promised. I gladly ate them, and...
もう無理は禁物ですよ、先輩。
Sakura scolded me, and I have to keep lying here even though I'm recovered.
で、セイバーが手伝ってくれたのか。
はい、何もしていないのも疲れるからって。おかげで客間のお掃除もできて助かりました。
What?
そっか。雑巾を絞るセイバーってのも見たかったな。
What? Why did you want to see that?
こうダダーッと客間の廊下を雑巾がけしたのか。
はい、2人で一緒に頑張りました。セイバーさん、これはこれで参考になるなんてこと言ってましたけど。
Sakura laughs, as if she's a bit troubled. Even though she's used to Saber now, it seems she's still not entirely comfortable around her.
うん。ともあれご苦労様。けど、あんまり無理するなよ。さくらだって病み上がりなんだ。俺の世話だけでも大変なんだから、掃除まですることないぞ。
そんなことありません。ここで朝を過ごして夕方もご飯を食べさせてもらっているんです。ならお掃除をするのは当然ですよ。私だってその
That sprite is adorable. That sprite is so adorable. Oh my god.
この家の一員なんですから。
That you are, Sakura. That you are. Sakura murmurs, as if she wishes for it to come true.
そうだった。俺もさくらも藤音も家族みたいなもんだった。
先輩。
Family zoned.
遠慮して悪かった。家族なら看病ぐらい当然だもんな。俺だってさくらが倒れたらどんなに嫌がられても看病する。だから遠慮なんてする方がバカだったんだ。
Reflecting on my actions, I can only apologize. The conversation stops, after gasping for a brief second.
はい、分かって てもらえたのならいいです。先輩はちょっと人のことを大切にしすぎだと思います。
Maybe. Sakura smiles happily and adjusts my blanket. That makes me realize why this house is always clean. Why even the unused rooms are maintained and feel as lively as when Kiritsugu was around. Sakura, friend's younger sister. The girl I've come to know so well has protected my house even more than me. Every day has been peaceful for the past year and a half. I probably didn't notice because it felt so natural. But Sakura brought something that Fujini and I couldn't achieve by ourselves. I look up at Sakura absent-mindedly. Is it because of my fever? Because Sakura's so happy to take care of me? Looking at Sakura smile warms my heart and makes me drowsy. I really am sleepy. Feels good, so I should close my eyes and sleep until noon.
けど先輩、私は先輩のそういうところが大好きです。
え？
That boy's heart's that boy heart's thumping. Might treasure others too much, but Sakura likes that fact. Whatever she just said, it made my heart jump.
Sakura.
先
Bruh, she thought we were slumped.
輩、起きてたんですか？
Unlucky. Sakura quickly jumps back. I can feel myself blushing at her surprised reaction.
その、Sakura。
何も言ってません。私、何も言ってませんから。顔を覗き込んだのはですね。熱、そう、熱を測ろうって思ったんです。
Yeah, don't worry. I definitely believe that desperate attempt for an explanation there. Ugh, man. Sakura takes out the medical thermometer in a hurry.
先輩、体温計です。熱を測りますから、加えてください。
Man, this is an elaborate excuse. She must be in a panic as she tries to pin me with one hand while holding the thermometer in the other. Oh god. I feel something soft. I think it's Sakura's breasts rubbing against me. Oh lord. Uh-oh. Oh no. My brain boils up. The sensation of a woman almost blows away my sanity.
待て、Sakura。ちょっと玉。
Uh-oh. Oh my god! I roll out of the futon using all my might. I have to get away from Sakura's No, from Sakura. Oh Jesus. What the heck is going on? Dude, this boy. Dangerously horny.
先輩、お熱を測りたいんですけど。
あ、いい。それぐらい自分でやるから。Sakuraはそこでストップ。
先輩がそういうのでしたらいいですけど。はい。それじゃあ体温計。
Right, you just scarred her.
ダメ！今はダメ。頼むから落ち着かせてくれ。今近づかれると昨日の夢がぶり返して死んじまう。
Uh-oh. Oh god. He said, no! I can feel my face burning as I protest. Then...
昨日の夢ですか？
You fool. I must have acted really strange. Sakura looks at me dubiously.
その、たちの悪い夢を見たんだ。できれば思い出したくないんで、今はそっとしといてくれ。言っとくけど、Sakuraが悪いわけじゃないぞ。俺が修行不足なだけだ。
はあ、修行不足ですか？
Don't worry, don't think about it too much, alright? Sakura gapes at me. It's only natural. Anyone would be stunned in this situation.
先輩、その夢、一体どんな夢だったんですか？
One that you will never hear about. I can't tell her about such a dream.
別にそう大した夢じゃない。ただ、たちが悪かっただけだ。
先輩。
She's serious now. Probably because she's worried about me. Can't lie to her, but I can't tell her the truth either. Oh Lord. Don't lie or evade the question. Yikes. Yikes. Oh no. What the heck? I feel like don't lie depends on how much he's gonna divulge here. We could just evade the question, but I don't know, that feels kind of foul, I guess. I don't know. We'll try don't lie. If I don't like it, or if I feel like it's divulging too much, we'll switch to evade, I guess. I guess it can't be helped. I'll tell her the facts without giving away too much.
先輩、誰が出てきたんですか？
いや、出てきたのは遠坂だけなんだが。
I confess. Uh-oh.
そうですか。そういえば、この前ここに来たんでしたっけ？遠坂先輩。
About that.
うん。すぐに帰ったけど、手当てしてもらった。
わかりました。それじゃあ体温計、ここに置いていきますね。
Well, that was the wrong answer, wasn't it? Sakura sets the thermometer down and walks to the door with heavy steps.
お昼の支度がありますから、失礼します。支度が済んだら呼びに来ますから、それまで休んでいてください。
Yikes. She slides through the shoji closed behind her. I am dumb. She slides the shoji closed behind her. Her retreating footsteps sound colder than usual. I can't help but feel like I made a horrifically wrong choice, but we're just gonna keep going, I guess.
ごちそうさまでした。
We bowed together.
お粗末様でした。先輩もセイバーさんも綺麗に食べてくれましたね。
Sakura starts to clean up after our lunch. There are 3 bowls and condiments on the table.
あ、片付けは俺がやる。熱も下がったし、それぐらいしないと。
そうですか。それじゃあ体力検査ということでお願いしちゃいますね。洗い物は私がやりますから、先輩は食器運びとテーブル周りの後片付けをやっちゃってください。
That's right, you're being tested. Tying on an apron, Sakura heads to the kitchen. Oh, I should carry these bowls and the pot in there.
シロ、体は大丈夫なのですか？熱は下がったと聞きましたが、顔色はまだ悪いではないですか？
That's because we made a dreadfully wrong choice.
何？顔青いのか、俺。
いいえ、青いというのではなく悪いのです。マスター、魔術師にとって生命線ともいえる魔力が不足している。昨夜の戦闘ではシローに負担をかけた覚えはありませんが、あの境内そのものに魔力を吸い上げる仕掛けがあったのかもしれません。
Certainly possible. Now that she mentions it, something was indeed strange at the Ryuudou Temple. Everyone in there was weakened. It's possible that Caster set up a boundary field to suck the life force from anyone inside.
まあ、体は元気になったから問題ないさ。魔力だって栄養を取れば戻る。俺の魔力量なんてたかが知れてるんだから、ちゃんと夕飯を食べれば戻るだろ。
当事者であるあなたがそう言うのなら、これ以上追求しませんが。まったく、さくらの言う通りです。
That is accurate.
シロはどうも自分のことをないがしろにしている節がある。
Saber starts stacking the bowls.
さくらに渡せばいいのですね。そちらの鍋も私が運びますから、シロはテーブルを拭いていてください。
Saber goes to the kitchen without waiting for my reply.
さくら、食器はここに。
あれ、セイバーさん。あ、はい。洗い物は そこに置いといてください。
なるほど。それとさくら、先ほどの昼食は美味でした。朝に続いて感謝します。
私なんてまだまだです。おかゆとおうどんは先輩の独壇場ですからね。
I can hear friendly conversation from the
な
kitchen.
んだ、さくらのやつセイバーと仲いいじゃんか。
That's nice at least. Maybe it's because they helped each other clean this morning. Either way, it's a good thing that they're getting along.
じゃ、食後のお茶の準備でもしてるかな。
I place the tea leaves in the teapot on the table. It's almost 1 o'clock. It's a good time to take a break, so... It was what? Go shopping / eat a... That did not say eat a meal, did it? Eat a snack, I think? Watch TV? Something like that. Yep, okay. I think we're gonna go shopping. Didn't Illya want to meet us here again today? At the very least, I want to see Illya again. So, we'll go for it. I'm not that worried about a snack or a meal, or a TV. So, we'll go shopping.
そういえば
I forgot about it because of all the things that happened this morning, but I did make a promise with Illya. Alright, that's right. Okay, so I did remember that at least. Well, it wasn't really a promise, but I'd be really dishonest if I didn't go. So I'm the one who asked her if we could see each other again.
セイバーとさくらは
We're doing the dishes together. If I tell them I'm going out, they'll either stop me or insist on coming along. I'm going to go see Illya. I should do it alone. I feel bad, but I'll just leave a note and sneak out. A boy just gonna dip. I managed to sneak out. I left them a note saying, going to buy stuff for dinner, be back in an hour. So they shouldn't be too worried. Did we manage to fully escape them? I haven't seen Saber following us yet, so... I guess we did. Here we are at the
や
abandoned
っぱ
park.
りいないか。
There's no one in the park. Even with the apartments looming overhead, this place is so cold that it feels like it'll start snowing at any moment.
ま、イリアがいたところで何話していいかわからないんだけどさ。
I sit on the bench. Setting the grocery bag down, I look up at the dark sky. Seems the gift I bought at the shopping district went to waste. Dang. I stare at the sky absent-mindedly. Must be because this place is surrounded by buildings. Only a tiny square of sky is visible, and it seems further away than usual.
寒
I can see my breath. The cold, dry air is freezing, and I wouldn't be surprised even if it started snowing.
さて、帰るか。
I grab the grocery bag and get up. It's past 2 o'clock. I have to leave now if I'm going to be home in time. Uh-oh. My legs freeze. They won't move. They don't even budge, no matter how hard I try. Uh-oh. Are you doing something? My vision blurs. No, that's an understatement. My vision is broken. I was gonna say, like, I can see the same park, except it's upside down. That's, yeah. My eyes have bulged into my skull, and I have no sense of distance. I realize that I'm in the worst situation possible. It feels like my body has been turned into stone. My nerves are disconnected, leaving me detached from the world. It's like I'm watching the world through a camera, controlling myself in a video game. I'll be killed. It was a mistake to go outside alone. Can't even see my attacker's face, let alone move, and...
なんてびっくりした？
yeah.
白ったら好きだらけなんだもん。面白いからちょっとからかっちゃった。
Are you serious? I'm being teased by this mischievous girl?
あ、戻っちゃった。さすがに視線だけの接触じゃ弾かれちゃうか。
What? Bro, I thought we were about to hit a bad end. I was like, dang, I guess we weren't supposed to visit Illya. We're dead now. And she just said, psych, that was fun. She appears from behind me. She's smiling, probably because she was already here and was watching me from behind.
けど自分だけで解除できないんじゃまだまだなんだから。外部からの影響がないと自分に戻れないようじゃこの先思いやられるわ。
I mean, that's fair. But she lectures me. But her words aren't coming into my brain.
イリア、お前いきなり何するんだ。いくらマスター同士だからって後ろから不意打ちは卑怯だろう。
不意打ちじゃないよ。さっきからちゃんと隣にいたもん。なのに最後まで気がつかないしおまけにそのまま帰ろうとするし。今のはシローの自業自得よ。
Complete lack of situational awareness.
隣にいたってイリアが？
隠れてた。けどそれにしたってシローは油断しすぎよ。私の気配にも気づかないし魔力をぶつけただけの呪縛にとらわれちゃうし。マスターなんだからもっと周囲に気を配りなさい。
I mean, you're not wrong. Illya warns me, utterly amazed.
それはそうか。
She seems so much like a teacher that I find myself nodding.
わかればよろしい。で、今日はどうしたの？シロ、体の中空っぽだし、その割にはセイバーも連れてないし、休むんなら家で休んだ方が安全でしょ？
Yes, it would be.
いや別に休むために公園に来たんじゃない。まあセイバーを連れてないのは確かに軽率だけど。
でしょ？あんまり様子が変だから放っておけなかったんだ。私から話しかけていいのは昨日でおしまいだったからダメだったんだけど、今日は特別。
Seemed like you really wanted to make that exception. Illya's saying something strange. After all, I came to this park because...
それでどうしてこんなところで座ってたの？私がマスターとして来てたらシローは今頃死んじゃってるよ。
どうしてってイリアに会いに来ただけなんだけど、昨日また会ってもいいって言ったじゃないか。
Yeah, I guess she didn't expect that. Oh, she's surprised. Well, it's not like it was an official promise.
なんで？私シローを殺すんだって言ったのに、シローは私に会いに来たの？
God, everything about Illya's scenes just make me so depressed, man.
それはイリアの事情だろ。こっちは違う。俺はマスターじゃないイリアと話したいだけだし、何より
Illya said she'd kill me, but she just let a chance go by. She could have really done it if she'd kept her spell on me. As she didn't do so, I don't want to fight her.
ま、昼間戦わないのがマスターなんだろ。なら今はそういうのは抜きにしよう。俺はイリアに会いに来ただけだ。
I'm
イ
gonna
リ
go
ア
with
は
no.
俺と話すより殺し合いの方が好きなのか？
I'm gonna go with no, that is not the case.
そんなの言われても困る。私どっちもいっぱいだもの。シローと話せるのは楽しいけど、やっぱり許してなんてあげないんだから、どっちかを取るなんてできない。
Poor Illya, she's been conditioned like her whole life to hate us. And now, oh yeah, she realizes we're like not even that bad. And now she feels like she's being forced to make a choice in a way. Illya hangs her head and mumbles. She looks serious, like she's actually suffering rather than just being troubled.
そっか。ならどっちでもいいよ。どっちかを選べなんて言わない。
けど私。
ああ。けど今はせっかく会ったんだから話をしよう。お土産もあるし。戦うのはまた今度な。
I take out a bag of taiyaki. They cooled off while I was waiting for Illya, but they're still a bit warm.
ほら、献上品。今回はそれで見逃してくれ。
I hold out the taiyaki.
あ、
Illya hesitates, but then takes them and nods. I'm not too sure what we talked about after that. We talked about meaningless things. What she likes to eat, what she doesn't like to eat. How she likes birds and hates cats. How she likes snow and hates the cold. How she wants to play, but can't. and how she doesn't like her maids but wants to like them. It's everything, man. Everything regarding Illya is just so depressing. How she wants to play but can't. I mean, I feel like we've known that about her character for a while. That she seems to want to live this normal life, and just have fun, right? Given all of her interactions with Shiro, right? Where she knows she should just kill him. But, you know, she grabs his arm and lets him swing her around and follows him and they talk, right? You know, she wants to be that normal kid, and she just can't. God. Illya looks happy just to be talking. She's sitting on the bench, eating the taiyaki, and swinging her legs. She looks like a child waiting for her father's return.
イリアは一人でこの町に来たんじゃなかったのか。
ええ、セラとリーゼリットと一緒。私にはお目付け役なんていらないけど、身の回りの世話をする人は必要でしょ。
So Illya came to Japan with 2 maids. Are they staying at a hotel or something?
気になる？私がどこに住んでるか。
Sure.
ああ、そりゃ気になる。イリアは神出鬼没だからな。居場所ぐらい知っておかないと、もしもの時困る。
Even if she gets injured and asks me for help, I won't be able to if I don't know that. Or I won't be able to if I don't know that. I'll rest a little easier if I know where she lives.
いいわ。シロは特別。そんなに知りたいなら教えてあげる。
I mean, I feel like that's a much bigger deal than it's being made out to be, right? Because if nobody said anything, right, or if Illya never told us where she lived, we'd have absolutely no way of like reaching her home base, right? She knows where we live. And I mean, that's a pretty huge advantage of the Holy Grail War. And she seems like she's about to willingly tell us this, which is absolutely something she knows she should not do, in theory. Then Illya stands up and places her hand on my forehead.
イリア。
いいから黙って。あんまり抵抗すると違うものに入っちゃうんだから。そうなったら元に戻すの大変でしょ？
What? What the heck are we doing? Under that kind of pressure, I can only nod obediently.
いい子ね。じゃあ、目を閉じて。あと、あんまりキョロキョロ周りを見ちゃダメよ。いくら映すって言っても、他人の視点なんだから。シローがここにいる限り、乗り物酔いをしかねないわ。
She's transferring our consciousness into someone else? Illya places her forehead onto mine. I'm surprised, but I close my eyes. At that moment, my vision accelerates and expands. No, was it my consciousness that expanded? The next thing I know, I'm looking down at an unfamiliar scene.
どう？見える？今、シローの視覚だけを私の森につなげたんだけど。
Oh, okay. To the forest? Why not? Illya's voice echoes in my head. I can't reply nor nod back. This vision is the only thing allowed for me. I'm one of the trees in the forest. It's natural that my body doesn't move. My body has been turned into a tree in an instant.
道順は覚えた？それじゃあ、次は城の壁に移すわね。
The scene changes. My vision is the only sense I have. I still exist, but I can't feel myself. I'm in a wall now. I can sense my limbs, but there are no limbs for me to move. I have a body that can move at will, yet I can't move it.
リーゼリット、イリアスフィール様の姿が見当たりませんが、心当たりはありますか？
Yeah, we're in somebody else's consciousness.
さあ、
No, maybe not.
イリアなら
Okay, I thought we
ど
were.
こかにいるでしょう。リーゼリット、お嬢様の名をそのように語るのはおやめなさい。イリアスフィール様は私たちとは違うお方です。セラはイリアの教育係。私はヘブンズフィールをイリアに着せる役。
With what? Name drop, name drop. Is this secretly Illya's route? And not Sakura's? Maybe not so secretly. I mean, I guess it can be both, but... Dress Illya with Heaven's Feel, the third dress.
そうです。物覚えの悪いあなたでもそれだけは覚えているようですね。
What does that mean?
忘れてないけど、イリアあれを着せると嫌がるからあまり着せたくない。
それは私も承知しています。ですが時が来れば嫌でも着ていただかなくてはなりません。お嬢様とてすでに覚悟はできているはずです。
Yeah, we were not supposed to see this, huh?
セラ、
何ですかリーゼリット。
あなた疲れない？
全く疲れません。
I hear two identical maids talking. When I realize those two are the maids Illya was talking about, I finally returned to my body.
ご苦労様。どう？ちょっとした変身魔術だったでしょ？
Yeah,
今の。
yeah, that was. Okay. You're crazy strong, huh? I hold my mouth and bear my nausea. I feel sick, suddenly feeling the realism of my body.
イリア、今のなんだ？
意識の転移よ。シロの視覚だけを他のものに移したの。
And so what? That's what she did to eternally trap us then? In the other route's bad ends? She was just like, yeah, I've had enough of you. I'm transferring your consciousness to a random doll. Forever.
眼球から脳につながる神経があるでしょ。それをね、眼球からじゃなくて違うものから脳につなげたの。
Jeez, okay.
さっきの間だけシロの視界は眼球から得られる情報じゃなくて私の森の木々から見た情報を見てたってこと。
I suppose that makes enough sense.
つまり俺が木になったんじゃなくて木の視界を俺が受信しちまって自分自身が木なんだって勘違いしたってことか。
あら、物分かり悪そうで鋭いのね。ええ、今のはそういうこと。人間っていう機材はそのままにして入力先だけを移し替える魔術。
Interesting. Okay. So we just received something else's information. Like, we hooked what the tree was seeing into our brain.
人間を木に変えるなんてことは大事だけど、人間の意識だけを木につなげるならまだ魔術の域でしょ。遠見とか憑依はこの魔術の応用ね。
なるほど。けどそれはそれでとんでもないぞ。さっきみたいに木に視覚を移されただけで俺は何もできなくなった。
Yeah, you'd think. Just
転移は相手を無力化する攻撃としても使えるんじゃないか。
does it require that she's that close or something?
ええ、私たちの特性
No, maybe
は
not.
力の流動、転移だもの。例えば遠坂の魔術師は魔力を宝石に移し替えてかついつまでも純度を保っていられる。封じ込めたいって思った敵がいた場合、そいつの意識の入力先を宝石の中とか身動きできない人形の中に変えてしまえばそいつは無力化する。
Hey, where have we seen that one before?
でも他人の意識にかける転移は成功率が低すぎて転移を得意とする私や遠坂の魔術師でさえ攻撃になんて使わないかな。さっきシロにかけたのは特別。シロは抵抗しなかったしあの森は私のだもん。本当はもっとつなげにくいものなんだよ。
So it's much less useful as an attack then. Because if the person is resisting, obviously that makes the success rate much worse. And I guess the fact that what she was connecting it to was also hers made the success rate, like, better. Right? So, I mean, those two aren't, like, going to be something that happens every time. You won't always have those things.
それ
Which
に
makes it much harder.
意識が転移先に移っている最中に意識の本体に刺激が与えられれば意識は強制的に戻ってしまう。
Okay.
たとえ移された意識が 本体の危機を察していなくても肉体が危険を感じて離れている意識を呼び戻すの。
Interesting.
さ
I
っ
feel
き
like
の
this
シ
is
ロ
all.
だってそうだ
Whoops.
よ。
I feel like this is all going to be relevant.
シロの意識は木をかぶってる間は自分からは何もできなかったけど、シロの体をゆすっただけで体の方がシロを呼び戻した。
Wouldn't be surprised if this is important later in this route.
それって要するに夢みたいなもんか。
You can never wake up from a dream, no matter how hard you try. Dreams usually end when morning comes, when the body wakes up out of habit.
ちょっと違うかな。夢からはちゃんと理性で目覚められるし、
I was about to say, it definitely is possible to wake up in the middle of a dream.
そんなわけだから転移は攻撃には向いてない。自分にかける自己保身のための魔術なの。自分の意識の転移先を使い魔や身動きできる人形にしてしまえば、その体を動かして安全に魔導の探求を行えるでしょ。
Huh. I suppose.
つまり敵にリモコンロボットである使い魔を倒されたところで自分の意識は本体に戻るだけってことか。
Interesting. Is it safe to assume that's what Mato Zoken is doing? And how he can just kind of appear anywhere?
ええ、意識を転移させるなんてことをする魔術師は本体を絶対安全な場所に隠すものよ。
Such as their basement.
この場合注意すべきは使い魔の中でも魂のある使い魔への転移の場合ね。
Maybe that's not quite what he's doing, but it seems pretty similar. So I wouldn't be surprised if it has something to do with this, at the very least.
ちゃんとした命令系統、理性を持っているものに意識を転移すると主導権は完全にあっち側、魂のある使い魔の意識に行ってしまうの。だから人間とか動物に意識の転移をしても私たちはその脳の端っこで彼が見ている映像を一緒に見ているだけになる。リモコンロボットじゃなくカメラでしかないわ。
Okay.
すでに生物として生きている魂のある使い魔に自分の意識を移して支配するのは転移ではなく転生の域の魔術だもの。
Interesting.
それはそれで一つの大魔術だから並大抵の魔術師には真似できないわ。
So they can't just transfer their consciousness into somebody else, like, super easy, and just be able to instantly take over anyone. Reincarnation. Magic to create an offspring with your soul in it after you die. Some magi have achieved that goal, but I hear that reproducing a soul is difficult. Even if you start over from the moment of birth, if you cannot inherit all the power of your previous self, you are a copy, not a reincarnation. A copy is degraded by its very nature. Therefore, a copied magus is inferior to his previous self.
転移先を生物にこだわるのなら心、魂のない使い魔を作ってその殻を操るっていう手もあるわ。ただ現代の魔術師の作れる魂のない使い魔ってあんまり強くないの。中身が綿の人形を遠くから魔力で操ってるだけだもの。
Got it. So this is potentially very powerful, but it's not like so powerful it just breaks the rules of everything we've seen, right? It's not like we're gonna sit here and like, why didn't they just use this in the past, right? Like, or why didn't Illya absolutely like annihilate everyone in the last war with this power? Right? It has a limit. And I don't even know how much of this she can do, but
そんなの術者のメッセンジャーとしてしか使い道がないわ。
this sounds a lot like what Mato Zoken's doing, man. Honestly. Like that's what I'm reminded of. But at the same time, I was pretty sure that he was the one who made the new assassin. And whoever killed Assassin was somebody that was really strong. So could it have been somebody who was using this kind of magic? Maybe he's ridiculously good at it. I don't know. There's still a lot to find out.
それに いくら使い魔や身動きできる人形に意識を移しても、本体が老いて死ねば転移させた自分の意識も消えてしまう。術者が不老不死になれるわけではないわ。
Alright.
物質界において永劫不滅なのは魂だけよ。けど魂を単体でこの世に留めておくことは誰にもできない。魂は肉体がないとこの世に留まれなくて、肉体を得た時点で肉体の死を宿命づけられてしまう。まあアインツベルンや遠坂には今みたいな魔術が限界だったってこと。
Yeah, and I guess now that you mention it, that she never even mentioned the Makiri being able to do that. So maybe it's a stretch to think that that's what Zokin's doing. But it sounds suspiciously similar, so maybe it's kind of something with the same idea. Then a bell rings the time. The clock in the park points at 3. I guess it's already been an hour.
あ、私そろそろ行かないと。シロも家に帰るの？
Yeah, we should probably do that.
あ、そろそろ帰らないとまずいかな。
Illya nods and walks to the middle of the park.
うん。本当はこんなこと言っちゃダメなんだけど、シロは明日も会いに来てくれる？
The white girl asks me, "Will you come see me again tomorrow, Shiro?" Oops, I accidentally left click one too many times, it would appear. As if she knows I'm going to refuse. You idiot. I don't even need to answer.
明日も来るよ。今日はイリアの家を教えてもらったから、次は俺の番だしな。
Bruh, she already knows where you live.
それじゃ約束。明日は絶対私から話しかけるからね。
That would help. Illya runs off, under the cloudy sky. The white-haired girl looks like a fairy. Hmm.
ただいま。
どこに行っていたのですか、シロ？
Oh god, just got the brakes beat off us. Oh no.
どこに行っていたんですか、先輩。
I jump back, bumping against the front door. Oh
上
god.
ではありません。一人で外に出るなとあれほど言ったではないですか。それもそのように体調が悪い時に私たちの目を盗んで出かけるとは。
Yikes, literally saw red.
セイバーさんの言う通りです。2時に戻ってくるって書き置きだったのに、今何時だか分かっていますか？先輩、2時間もどこで油を売ってたんです。
We're a little late. It is what it is, I guess.
いや、待った。わかる。二人が怒っているのはわかる。わかるので少し。
If you guys will just calm down, I should be able to come up with an excuse. An excuse?
分かってなどいません。昨日は学校に向かうというあなたの意見に従いましたが、今回は見逃すわけにはいきません。それほど元気だというのなら結構です。
You
これから夕
fool!
食までたっぷりと鍛えて差し上げましょう。
What have you done? Saber pushes Sakura aside and steps closer.
はい、道場の掃除なら済んでいますから、気兼ねなく使ってください。
Oh no.
セイバーさんの腕前は聞いていますから、先輩もきっとご満足いただけると思います。
Sakura, you were our last hope to stop this. Why? Sakura pushes Saber aside and roars at me. I can't do this. I'll only add fuel to the fire if I say the wrong thing. Saber might even go as far as breaking our contract.
シロ、返事は？
Oh god, they're pissed. They're pissed, bro. Oh no.
先輩、返事は？
反省してる。
Yeah, I'm sure that'll do it, bro. Rattle, rattle. I hate my front door for blocking my retreat.
それでは早速行きましょうか。さくら、救急箱の
Oh
用意。
god! Please prepare the first aid kit. Oh no!
はい、どうぞ。存分にお気を据えてあげてください。
Oh god! The two retreat together in unison.
わあ、今日の夕飯食えるのかな、俺。
But I don't know what they'll do if I don't go with them. I guess I have to atone for my actions in the dojo. Unlucky. It's been a few hours since we started training. Saber's training is not what one can call kendo. Saber hasn't practiced kendo to begin with, and assumes she has no intention to teach me swordsmanship. All she wants me to learn is the actual feeling of a battle. She's helping me gain experience in battle so that I can stay composed when I fight other masters, when our lives will be at stake. I'm grateful for that. There's no way she can teach me swordsmanship in a day or two. All I can rely on is my own body, which I have trained until now. And the best training I can get is practical experience, so that I'll be able to react normally in critical situations.
そこ
Then, as soon as my focus wavers, Saber Shinai strikes my chest.
シロ、射程外に退避したことで気が緩むようでは話になりません。今のあなたの実力では間合いの外も内もない。
That's tough.
今のように気を緩めるのはこの家にいる時だけにしなければ。
Looks like we can't even do that.
すまん。確かに油断した。
I climbed to my feet, clutching my chest and coughing weakly.
シロは驚くほど鋭い時もあれば呆れるほど好きだらけの時もある。その揺らぎをうまく制御できれば。
Saber looks outside.
どうしたセイバー？
いえ、縁側でさくらが手を振っています。どうやらシロを呼んでいるようですが。
Got the brakes beat off us enough, I guess.
俺を？
I wonder what it could be. Sakura couldn't bear to watch me get beaten up, so she begged us to stop training. She went back to the living room when I refused, but...
ちょっと今に行ってくるけど、いいかな、セイバー。
はい。鍛錬を始めて2時間ですから、少し休憩を入れましょう。
Thank God. Or Shiro.
助かる。じゃあ、ついでに茶でも入れてくるよ。
先輩。
Hello. Sakura is standing by the phone when I arrive.
そのお電話です。さっきから待っていますから。どうぞ。
Yikes. Sakura gets away from the phone.
電話？こんな時間にか。
Could it be Fujini? Maybe she wants me to bring something she forgot. Or maybe she wants to tell me a joke that she just came up with. It's definitely Tosaka or Illya.
どれ？はい、エミヤですが。
エミヤですがじゃない。
Oh God.
あんた、何無断で学校休んでんのよ。
Without your permission? What do you mean your permission? The receiver roars. What kind of magic is she using to make her voice rattle the walls through this small speaker?
聞いた。
I shake my head to clear the ringing in my ears.
ちょっと聞いてる？エミヤくん、本当に無事なんでしょうね。
We are sick. The stranger, Tosaka Rin, forges ahead without waiting for a response.
聞いてる。聞いてるから、もうちょっと声を小さくしてくれ。あと一回続いたら鼓膜が破れる。
Angry Tosaka.
相変わらずっていうか、ずれてるっていうか。とにかく、その様子じゃ何もなかったみたいね。はあ、心配して損したわ。
You're the one who never changes, Tosaka.
そりゃご苦労様だったな。
Bruh, she thought you died.
いきなり電話してきて、なんかあったのか？
なんかあったのはそっちでしょ。あんた、昨日あれだけ忠告したのに龍道寺に行ったでしょ。
なんでそんなことを知ってんだよ。
見張り役を置いといたからよ。まあ、その様子じゃ何もなかったみたいね。学校にいなかったから、ちょっと良くない想像したっていうか。
Bro, she thought we died.
はあ、つまり俺がやられちまったと？
そうよ。ズタズタにされて裏山に埋められたのかと思った。
Well, I don't think that's a slightly bad imagination.
おあいにくさま。こっちはピンシャンじゃなくて、今にも死にそうだが、なんとかやってる。で、要件はなんだよ。
だからそれは。
腹の探り合いはいいって。あ、要件って龍道寺のマスターのことだろう。それなら倒した。いや、もういなかった。龍道寺のマスターは自分のサーバントキャスターに裏切られてたんだ。 で、その後は
Wait, I can't talk anymore about this subject. Even though I'm whispering, Sakura is behind me. I can't let her hear anything about people dying.
とにかく竜道寺にはもうマスターもサーバントもいない。聞きたいことってそれだろ？
そうよ、分かってるじゃない。
じゃ、切るぞ。今特訓中でな。とにかく体中が痛い。
That might be an understatement. I ended the conversation.
ちょっと待った。
なんだよ。もう用はないだろ。
あるわよ。いいから明日は学校に来なさいよね。大事な話があるんだから。
Smack. She slams the receiver down. Well, that's just like her.
まったく。昨日は言ったら怒ったくせに、今日は恋だなんて。勝手なやつだ。
That's true, actually. I put the receiver down. I turned to go prepare the tea I promised. Then, I see Sakura hanging her head for some reason.
さくら？どうした？気分悪いのか？
One mention of Tosaka and it's over for her. She just gets so depressed.
いや、熱なんてありません。ただ、先輩、すごく嬉しそうだったから、どうしたのかなって。
I seem happy? That's what I was gonna say. Did I look happy when I was on the phone with Tosaka?
まさか、俺怒ってるんだけど。
だからです。先輩、自分で気づいてない。
Sakura looks away awkwardly. So what? She realizes we enjoy talking to Tosaka, and that makes her feel bad. Especially the fact that we don't even realize that. Like, that we enjoy talking to Tosaka as much as we do, and it makes us happy. I wonder about her behavior as I make tea for the three of us. By the time we finish our training, the sky is tinted red.
先輩、ブリの下ごしらえ終わりました。あとはかぼちゃとトマトですね。
なあ、そっちは片付けた。これからソースの味付けで、終わったら焼きに入る。あと、今日は茶碗蒸しも作るから、大鉢出してくれ。なんか、昨日藤姉が奮発してカニ買ってきてくれたんだ、これが。
What the heck am I making?
カニ風味かまぼこ五目ですね。あれ、美味しくて綺麗だから大好きです。
Sakura takes out the bowls and places them on the kitchen counter. Making dinner to thank her for everything she did today. I want Sakura to relax in the living room with Saber, but she stubbornly insists on helping me. Then, we're interrupted by the doorbell. Tell me Tosaka just rolled up. Sakura's already here, so that means there's a visitor at my place.
私が行ってきます。新聞の勧誘ならお断りしますね。
This is 1000% somebody that Sakura is not going to be happy to see.
さくら。
Sakura goes to the front door before I can stop her. I have a bad feeling about this. I put the radish down and go to the front door. Jesus! The doorbell hasn't stopped ringing. Whoever it is, they must be hysterical. Sakura unlocks the door to greet the visitor. At that instant.
さあ、そろそろ家に帰る時間だぞ。
Shinji! Yeah, that one's pretty bad. Uh-oh. I hear a heavy sound and some angry words. Was that? Did he just hit her? It happened in an instant. The doorbell doesn't stop.
はい、どちら様ですか？
Sakura opens the door while calling out to the visitor. What was that? Shinji throws the door open and storms in.
兄さん。
さあ、そろそろ家に帰る時間だぞ、さくら。
As soon as Shinji sees Sakura, he raises his arm and he smacks her. But what slams into her cheek isn't the palm of his hand, but a fist. Oh no! Beat the life out of him. I run. Sakura hits the wall and crumbles to the floor. Shinji runs to Sakura with his arm ready to punch her again. Sakura does not deserve this.
何のつもりだ、シンジ。
やあ、エミヤ。妹を連れて帰るために兄貴が迎えに来たんだが、どこかおかしいかい？
連れて帰るだって。
おいおい、このうちじゃ妹の迎えに兄貴が来たらおかしいっていうのか？
You're horrible, man.
だいたいさ、人の妹をそそのかしてるのはお前じゃないか、エミヤ。まさかそれで僕の弱みを握ろうなんて考えているんじゃないだろうね。
I don't think I'd go that far. I'm speechless. Seriously.
あ、それとも何かい？いざとなったら大事な妹を盾にして影にこそこそ隠れようってのかい？そりゃまた随分と卑怯な真似をするな、エミヤは。
Want to kill Shinji.
ああ？何その顔。お前バカじゃねえの
Sakura is... I hope that's not implying what I think it is.
シンジ。
いいじゃん今の声。いいぜ。この前の続きをやってやるよ、エミヤ。
I clench my fist. I can't stop myself. Oh, man. Punch Shinji or restrain ourself. Are we willing to beat the life out of Shinji right in front of Sakura? Is that really what she'd want? Believe me, I would love to beat the life out of Shinji. But I'm just trying to think about it like this. Would Sakura be happy with that decision? Or would it just make things worse? I feel like it might just make things worse. Maybe I'm just robbing myself of catharsis here, but we're going to restrain ourselves. I suppress my anger with all my might. What good will it do? My fight with Shinji has already ended. It's meaningless to attack Shinji now. I can't fight Shinji in front of Sakura. I get myself together with her voice.
さくら。
驚いたな。お前が僕にそんな口聞くの、もしかして初めてじゃないか？
Shinji's voice sounds more delighted than I've ever heard from him. Sakura's hanging her head, her body trembling.
で、さくらはどうしたい？ここに残るか、魔刀家に帰るか。僕は優しいからね。可愛い妹の意見は尊重するよ。
It's the first time she's ever really, fought back, it seems.
はい。言うことを聞くから、先輩の前でだけはやめてください。帰れって言うのなら帰りますから。
No, Sakura, no. God, man.
僕の言うことを聞くんだな、さくら。
Sakura nods.
そうか。そこまで言われちゃさくらを連れ戻すのはやめておくよ。僕は寛大な兄貴だからね。妹のやりたいことはさせてやらなきゃ。な、そうだろ、エミヤ。
シンジ。
そんな怖い顔で見るなよ。さっきのはただの冗談。場の雰囲気に合わせたジョークじゃんか。いつまでも根に持ってると陰湿なやつだと思われるぜ。
You're pushing your buttons, or you're pushing your luck, bro. You're pushing our buttons. You're lucky you didn't get the brakes beat off you. Shinji walks back to the front door.
じゃあな、さくらをよろしく頼むよ、エミヤ。けどさくら、気が向いたらいつでも帰ってきていいんだぞ。
Shinji waves goodbye and leaves. He leaves alone, without taking Sakura with him. I mean, I guess that's a win, but in the grand scheme of things, is that really a win? Like, what we just saw? I wouldn't say so. This line was like the most horrifying one to me. Just, I can't blame you, Sakura is... Like, what does that mean? Like, obviously he's under the impression that they had sex the night before. And that's why we're not letting go of her. But why would he say, I can't blame you for not wanting to let her go? Right? And it's not even like just like an in general thing. It's why say Sakura is... It just makes me worried that, I don't know. Like, what if he's done something like that? Ugh, that's revolting. I hope I'm like a mile off, man. At the very least, maybe has thoughts like that. Right? Like, I don't know, maybe he's gonna say Sakura's a like beautiful woman. But I gotta be honest, that does not sound like something Shinji would say. Right? Like, maybe he's just like, yeah, she's very attractive. Right? Like, I can get it. But I don't know. That just doesn't feel like what it is. I don't know. That line is horrifying. I just hope I'm horribly misreading that. And like, I don't know. Why would he be so insistent on having her say she'll do anything? Right? And you're gonna do anything he says. This just feels horrifying. This feels like a horrifying setup. God. I just really hope I'm misreading this. It just... Ugh. It's starting to feel like Shinji's abuse might not just be normal abuse, but like sexual too. I've said it a million times, but I hope I'm not even close to right, man. I hope so. We resume cooking. Unsure of what to say, I cut up the tomatoes and pumpkins in silence. The unbroken sound of chopping gives the kitchen an awkward atmosphere.
先輩、ご飯炊けましたよ。内村先生はまだですけど、そろそろご飯にしちゃいます？
And she's just acting cheery after that, like it's just part of her normal life.
ああ、そうだな。ちょっと早いけど、そうしようか。
はい。それじゃあ早速準備しますね。
God, man. Sakura moves briskly, as if nothing happened. She's obviously pushing herself. Sakura pretends to be okay so that I won't be worried. I should act that way too if that's how Sakura's going to act. Sakura's the one who got hurt. If she's going to smile, I have to smile as... well?
Sakura?
The sound of a bowl breaking causes me to turn around. Pieces of the shattered bowl are by Sakura's feet. Sakura suddenly collapses. She sinks to a sitting position, then keels over backward.
Sakura!
I quickly raise her off the floor. Sakura's body is burning hot, even through her uniform. This again.
Sakura! Oi, しっかりしろ, Sakura!
What exactly is this? This isn't the first time this has happened.
先輩、あれ、私どうしたん ですか。
There's no strength in her voice, but she tries her best to say something.
どうしたじゃない。さくら、まだ風邪治ってないじゃないか。
いえ、けどこれぐらい
This
大
might
丈夫ですよ。
this might not be some like conventional illness. I don't know what's going on
バ
here.
カ、大丈夫なやつがいきなり倒れるか。
Damn, I'm an idiot. I knew Sakura had a cold, but I overworked her without thinking. And to finish it off, here's what happened just now. After everything she's been through physically and mentally, it's natural that she'd collapse.
それより先輩、お茶碗割っちゃってごめんなさい。
Nobody's worried about the bowl, Sakura. We're worried about you.
すぐに片付けますか。
I hold up Sakura in my arms.
先輩、
夕食は後だ。今すぐベッドに放り込んで寝かしつける。文句があるなら治ってからにしろ。
I head to the outbuilding with Sakura in my arms. She's trying to say something, but I ignore her. I'm so mad that I can't talk. Sakura must have given up. She's silent by the time we get to the guest room. She hangs her head, but follows my directions. Although her face is flushed with fever, it doesn't seem all that bad. I leave her room. I'm changing the menu for tonight. I have to hurry and go make some rice porridge so that I can return her favor. It's almost 10 o'clock. We ate dinner, and it's time to start patrolling the area. Sakura's sleeping in the guest room. I ate dinner with Saber. Fujini never showed up, so she must be busy tonight.
シロ、そろそろ時間ですが。
Saber urges me. For tonight... What were the choices? Shinto, Miyama City, or stay home. Patrol Shinto / Miyama City / stay home for Sakura. I don't know. Like, I'm sure one of these has to be the right choice, but I have no clue what it would be. I'm kind of leaning towards no, I'm worried about Sakura. I suppose. Just because it's the odd one out, I guess. Like, I can't think of any reason specifically that we need to patrol Shinto or Miyama City, other than just to keep the pressure on right now. I don't know. I guess we'll... I just can't think of a reason to specifically patrol either of those areas, other than just to stay active. So it feels like the right choice is to stay concerned about Sakura, I guess. But we'll just stay concerned about Sakura. I can't leave Sakura alone tonight. It's not like I can do anything. I want to stay here so that I can go help her if she needs help.
すまん、セイバー。今夜の巡回はなしにする。今はさくらが心配だ。
わかりました。マスターの指示に従います。
I'm surprised. I thought Saber would object, but she readily accepted my proposal.
勘違いはしないように。体調が優れないのはさくらだけではありません。
That's also a fair point.
シロも同様に疲労しているから、今夜は休息するのです。
We hadn't even considered Shiro, but I mean he's still sick as well, huh?
あなたの魔力は未だ満たされていない。さくら同様、今夜は無理をせず休むことです。
ありがとう、セイバー。
礼は不要です。私はシロのサーバント。主の体を第一に考えるのは当然です。
Saber reaches out for her tea.
で、シロ、理解ある家臣に与える褒美とか、そういったものはないのですか？
What? So what, you want some food? Saber makes a cute request with eyes full of expectation.
そっか。待ってろ、セイバー。
I realize she wants something to eat with the tea, so I grab the cookies that Fujini bought for her. What a lard. That's funny though. Ooh, okay. Training. I haven't done this in a while, it feels. Or I feel. I shut off my magic circuit. I sigh with relief after the stick of fire exits my spine. I've skipped my daily routine for the past few days, but it went pretty smoothly tonight. Even though it used to be a challenge, activating my magic circuit is easy now. Maybe it's because of my contract with Saber.
けど、作るのに1分かかってるようじゃ使い物にならない。
Yeah, that's true. The only weapon I can use has to be prepared beforehand using my strengthening magic. If I'm attacked by surprise, I'll have no way of fighting back. If I can shorten the time to around 30 seconds, maybe I'll be able to do something.
今度、遠坂に相談してみるかな。あいつなら効率のいい魔術回路の作り方を知ってそうだ。
I'd sure hope she does. Well, I can't ask her just like that. Who knows what she'll demand in return? I hear footsteps. A person's walking slowly. It's midnight. Definitely was, I'm willing to bet it was probably Sakura. And what, she heard Tosaka and said, yeah, I'm out. The person coming here under the moonlight is...
先輩
Oh. Yeah.
まだ起きてますか？
Maybe a coincidence. Maybe. Sakura, who looks much better than earlier tonight. My mind blanks out. Sakura is wearing something I don't recognize. It takes me completely by surprise. Must be the change of clothes Fujini prepared for her, but seeing her in something other than her uniform makes my head spin.
先輩
ああ、起きてる。さくらの方はいいのか。外、寒かっただろ。
はい、熱はほとんど下がりました。気分転換に外に出たらこっちで物音がしたから先輩かなって。
Yep.
そっか。じゃあ、あとは暖かくしてちゃんと寝るだけだな。うん。よかったよかった。
I turn on the stove I just fixed. Good, it works. This should warm up this
ほら、
place.
ここも冷えるけど外よりマシだ。その寝てばっかりで目が冴えてるんなら話し相手になるぞ。
はい、それじゃあお邪魔しますね、先輩。
Sakura comes in, her steps steady and sure. Good. It looks like she's really better. That's a relief.
あったかい。ちゃんと治ったんですね、これ。
Yeah, Shiro's, he's different.
なんとかな。直し始めの頃はあんまりにもオンボロなんでさすがに
そうですね。あんなの直すぐらいならフジ姉が真っ二つにしたビデオデッキを直すぞって怒ってましたもん、先輩。
Man, you gotta be pretty mad to say that.
けど結局捨てられずに持ち帰ったんですよね。
いや、それはその往生際が悪いのはこいつだけじゃなかったというか。
It was broken, but it looked fixable, so I just couldn't leave it alone.
先輩、一度いたら聞かないから物分かりがいいようですっごく頑固なんですよ。気づいてました？
頑固かな、俺。
頑固ですよ。それにすっごく強引なんです。さっきだって私の話を全然聞いてくれませんでしたから。
Even though Sakura's criticizing me, she's in a good mood. Well, I'm too happy to see her doing well to care about that.
悪い。さっきはカッとして考えが回らなかった。
そうですね。先輩、私と自分に怒ってて怖い顔してました。先輩には迷惑をかけてばかりですけど、さっきのは本当に悪いことをしたんだなって反省したんですよ。
Sakura is perfectly composed. It's probably partly because she just got over a cold, but she's not merely putting on a strong face. This seems like the real Sakura to me.
それで少し子供の頃を思い出しちゃいました。私、子供の頃は家にこもってばかりで言いたいことも言えなかった。私が本当の気持ちを言わなければみんなうまくいくって思い込んで、けどそれじゃダメですよね。私は心配かけたくなくて黙っていたけど、それがもっとお父さんや兄さんを心配させてたんです。
I see why that would worry them even more.
そっか。けど、さくらが親父さんやシンジを大切に思ってたのは本当なんだから、さくらの気持ちだってちゃんと伝わってたんじゃないか。
そうですね。そうだといいです。それで、先輩はどうだったんですか？私、先輩が子供の頃の話、あんまり聞いたことないんです。
It might be because his most distinct childhood memory is deeply traumatic. But
俺？別に今と変わらないんじゃないかな。昼間は街中走り回って、親父の飯を作って、夜はここでガラクタいじってた。
I get embarrassed, so I scratch my cheek. Does it mean I'm a failure as a man if I haven't changed from when I was a kid?
街中を走り回ってたんですか？
Yeah, I believe it.
そのパトロールの真似事。弱きを助け強きをくじくってのに憧れてたんだ。
My battlefield was mainly in the park. I think it was an everyday thing to fight with children my age against people older than me. Now that I think about it, a smart and devil-like person was in my age group too.
なるほど。一目っ子から街を守ってたんですね。先輩、昔からそういう人だったんだ。
Yeah, sounds about right. Smart and devil-like person was in my age group too. Who are you referring to? For some reason I see devil-like and I immediately think Tosaka, but is that who he'd be thinking about at this moment? Is there a certain reason he would, I guess? I mean, she matches both smart and devil-like, but I don't know.
さくら、笑顔で言われるとさすがに我が身を振り返っちまうからやめてくれ。割と恥ずかしい。
恥ずかしくなんかないです。私、子供の頃に先輩と会ってたらきっと子分にしてもらってました。
That would have been nice.
私みたいな引っ込み思案には手を取って外に連れ出してくれる人がいないとダメなんです。
子分ってさくらな。
Oh. Well, I might have trained Sakura every day if she'd been with me as a child. I would have run by the river or sat in the dojo with her. It's pretty much what a sidekick would do. Under my watchful eye, Sakura would become strong. And then she would turn into a devil like her. Or her. A chill runs down my spine. Good. I'm really glad that Sakura is modest.
先輩
why did they switch to an angry sprite of Tosaka?
まあちょっと頭が飛んでた。独り言なんで気にしないでくれ。
はい、それはいいんですけど、その聞きにくいことを聞いてしまっていいですか？
For some reason I feel like it's gonna be about Tosaka.
いいけど、なんだよ。
藤村先生から聞いたんですけど、
Never
先
mind.
輩、エミヤの家に引き取られた養子だって本当ですか？
Yikes, yeah, she really doesn't know, huh?
あれ言ってなかったっけ？藤姉の言う通り、親父の養子だぞ、俺。
先輩、それって。
いや、別に隠し事じゃないし、その通りだし。さくらこそどうしたんだよ、そんなこと聞いて。
Yeah, is there a particular reason?
先輩は気にしてないんですか？知らない家にもらわれていっぱい嫌なこととかあったんじゃないんですか？
I don't really think so. He admired Kiritsugu.
まあ、そりゃ藤姉の入れ知恵だな。まあ、初めの1年はそう見えたかもしんないけど、あれはあれで辛くはなかったし、嫌なことなんてなかったと思う。
じゃあ楽しかったんですか？先輩は。
This is the first time I've been asked this question. After that fire. My first year here was spent healing my wounds. And after that, My time until now has been spent on constant motion. I studied magic to be more like Kiritsugu, and I ran around the town looking for the reason why only I survived that night. I never had time to wonder if I was enjoying myself.
どうだろう。楽しかったかどうかはわからない。ただ、俺は親父みたいになりたかった。
It's so like Shiro to have never thought about whether he was enjoying himself or not.
それは内村先生が言っていたような
Oh god, she actually said
正
that.
義の味方にですか？
Sakura asks timidly. To that,
おかしいかな。
I answer while scratching my cheek.
いいえ、先輩は間違ってません。まっすぐでかっこいいです。
Her words are calm. I usually get embarrassed from such words, but her words hit me so much that I'm tempted to thank her.
じゃあもう一つ聞きますね、先輩。もし私が悪い人になったら許せませんか？
That feels like it's out of nowhere.
Huh?
My head blanks out from the sudden question. But to answer seriously,
ああ、さくらが悪いことをしたら怒る。きっと他のやつより何倍も怒ると思う。
I feel like that's not the answer she was looking for, but I'd probably be first in line to scold her.
よかった。
Never mind.
先輩にならいいです。
That's exactly what she was looking for, I guess. Sakura nods in relief. Seeing her smile makes me think that something like this happened before.
部屋に戻りますね。おやすみなさい、先輩。
Sakura leaves. As I see her off, I try to remember where I've seen that smile before, but my memory fails me. I return to my room. I lie on my futon, trying not to wake Saber, right when I'm about to close my eyes.
思い出した。
In a sudden flash of insight, it comes back to me. Yes, it was... Flashback time. It was in the shed, just like tonight. It was 2 years ago. No, 1.5 years to be exact. It happened during the summer, 2 years ago. I continued to refuse every time Sakura offered to come help me at my house. Sakura did not give up and kept visiting my house with obstinacy you would never expect from her. I gave up. Well, Sakura's efforts beat me to be exact, but I called Sakura to the shed and admitted my defeat.
さくらには負けた。負けたからこれやる。
It was an old key. I gave Sakura the key to my house that I kept in the shed which Kiritsugu used to use. Surprised, Sakura tried to refuse. She said something ridiculous about how a stranger couldn't possibly accept such a gift.
あのな、毎日手伝いに来るくせに他人も何もあるか。これからは好きにうちを使ってくれ。その方が俺も助かる。
I forced the key into her hands, and that's when I saw it.
はい、ありがとうございます、先輩。大切な人から物をもらったのはこれで2度目です。
Sakura smiled happily as she nodded.
ああ、そうか。
That's what's been bugging me. Sakura works hard and always has a warm smile. But that was the last time her smile looked satisfied. Until today. Interlude. Oh my god, again? Sorry, but I'm about to, I think, wrap this video up. Maybe I'll cut this out. You'll never know. But probably not. Bookmark. Okay, so let's just talk about the episode, just in case this is where I end up ending it, which I think it is. I think next time I record it'll be a different episode. So honestly, I have no clue how long this episode is. I took a few breaks. I'm at 2 hours 50 of recording. I could easily see upwards of like 30 minutes being chopped from that, though. Probably not that much. That's probably a bit absurd. It's probably somewhere around the 2.5 hour mark, so decently long. But this was a really good episode. This episode was crazy. So first of all, we have the very beginning which, like, the reveal of Assassin dying and a new assassin being born from his flesh. Like, jeez, man. I know we got plenty of Assassin last route, so I didn't really expect to see him much here. But goodness. I did not think he'd die like that, right? Like, outside of, like, us, right? Like, not related to us, and a new assassin would be formed from his flesh. And then that assassin watched us kill Caster, who Caster was insisting she wasn't the one who killed her master, right? So maybe there's something else at play there. Maybe it had something to do with Assassin. I don't know. But they watched as we did that and then devoured Soichiro and Caster. Wild stuff. But beyond that, we had... we return home... we return home, get sick, whatever. Most of that's pretty irrelevant. Just development between Shiro and Sakura to an extent. They're both taking care of each other while they were sick. It was nice, but not like as relevant in a recap, I guess. I think the next really relevant thing is when we went and left to go see Illya. I feel like that bit was way more important even than it looked. We'll see. But I feel like what she was telling us about her magic and like her transfer magic, I feel like that's going to be very relevant. And we saw the third dress, Heaven's Feel. We have no idea what that was referring to, besides the fact that I guess it's some dress that probably grants Illya power. And I don't know. It suddenly feels like this route's a lot more Illya centric than I expected. Definitely still very much about Sakura though. We get home, we get the brakes beat off of us, we cook dinner, and then Shinji shows up, and that was rough. He hit Sakura in our own house. We decided to restrain ourselves. I don't know if that was the right choice. I don't think she would have wanted to watch us like actually fight Shinji. But as I mentioned before, I was very worried about the line, you had your way with Sakura last night and now you don't want to let her go. I can't blame you. Sakura it's very concerning to me. Like I mentioned before, I really hope I'm wrong, but it seems to me like it could be some form of sexual abuse. I don't know, like why else would he be saying Sakura is, like what else would he be saying? Like unless he's speaking from experience about what he thought we did. Like, that's just a revolting thought, and honestly, like, a really depressing one. When I was thinking about that after the scene where Sakura comes back, we're in the kitchen cooking again, and she's kind of acting normal. I was tearing up a little bit there, honestly. Just thinking about potentially what she's been through and how she just tries to act happy and act like nothing's happened. It's horrible, man. Her backstory seems really depressing, and we're obviously going to keep getting more and more of it through this route. It's the same with Illya, man. Amazing characters. But I really hope I'm wrong about the sexual abuse, and I'm horribly misreading that. That would be great. And he's just saying, like, yeah, Sakura's a really beautiful woman. Like, I get it, bro. Right? But it just, I don't know. Is Shinji the guy who would say that? I don't know. We're gonna move on. Then we get to Sakura collapsing again, us not patrolling, and then the scene in the shed, where we saw Sakura smile that satisfied smile, after that conversation. And I mean, it was a really nice conversation, but the highlight was the smile, and how Shiro saw that, and it was reminded of a year and a half ago when, like, they kind of first met and she first started being there every day. Gave her the key to the shed, and he saw that satisfied smile. All in all, amazing episode. That'll be all for now. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Next episode will hopefully be out sooner than this. Just today, I looked at how much I've uploaded recently. I really hate it. I'd like to upload more. So I think I'm going to get to that. I mean, if it comes to, I think I'd rather do slightly shorter videos more often. than like big beefy ones less often, frankly. You know, so I think it might come down to that. Not that that's a big deal. I still think like 2-hour episodes, which is probably what I'd maybe cut it to, are still sufficiently long, right? But I might just make it them not like 3-4 hours like the first 2 of Heaven's Feel, right? And instead just upload a little more frequently, so that I can just kind of fit it in between stuff. Anyways, that's what I'm hoping to do. I hope you guys have been enjoying Heaven's Feel, even if it's been a little slower than the past routes. Whenever the next episode comes out, I hope to see you guys there, though. Peace.